All right, I think we'll get started here. This is the Validator Meetup number 11, which is pretty crazy for the month of December and obviously the last one for 2023. Thank you everyone for such a great year and for attending all these meetups. And for any newcomers, thanks for dropping in. I think it'd be great if we just started with just some like quick hellos. And I know we have people from all over the world in here, so I'm located in New York. My name's John. I'm a contributor with Gnosis, obviously. But yeah, if anyone else wants to say what's up and hi real quick and let us know where you're tuning in from, I think that'd be fun. It looks like we have people in here from Denver. I know there's people in Europe. So yeah, just wanted to like take a quick second to let everyone say hi.
Hey, hey.
All right, are you in Denver?
Yup. 30 minutes north of.
Cool. My brother lives in Denver. I love it out there.
All right, on. Yeah.
Maybe we'll see you at the Ethereum conference this year.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Nice.
Cheers.
Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas, represented here.
Nice.
Hey, hello everyone. Welcome from Ankara, Turkey. And I'm also going to move to Portugal, Lisbon, probably.
Super cool. When are you moving there? During 2024 at some point?
Yeah. Should be like first quarter of 2024.
Nice. That's exciting. Congrats on that. We have a Gnosis Ethereum meetup basically once a month. So if I'll link our newsletter. If you're not following our newsletter yet, you can find out more info there. All right, cool. Well, then we'll kick it off. Arman is going to give a short presentation. Arman is the Validator comms and experience lead for Gnosis, and he wants to talk about the kind of year in review. So hand it over to you, Arman, for a nice presentation.
Hello, guys. My name is Arman. Can you hear me clearly?
Yep, loud and clear.
All right. Let me check. All right. Okay. My name is Arman, and I'm responsible for validator communication and experience, as John said. And today I will try to present a brief summary of the past year and share what await us on the horizon. To better explain what happened last year, actually this year, let's look at the merge process. After switching from the POA to POS, as the communication team, we start thinking about what is the potential problem, potential risk for the coordination with the validator and core developer, and also what we need to improve. So we look for ways to increase participation, and participation is the important issue because of the it's important to understand that the number of the validators managed by a node operator can vary greatly. Therefore, if a node wasn't synced during the hard fork, it could lead to a lower participation rate, regardless of the how many validators it controls. This underscores the need for a better synchronization, coordination, and communication with node operators to ensure more robust participation in the future hard forks. So our key learning is validator coordination is must. So in this response, we began our Chapella preparation with this insight, and we intensified our communication effort with validators, aiming to boost participation in the upcoming artwork, which is Chapella. Our strategy included increasing coordination between teams and community, sharing more content, organizing Meetup, call, and to social media to raising awareness to community. The outcome was, I think, as outstanding. The Chapella artwork achieved over 90% participation. So happy validators, happy network. This year also, I would like to highlight the full integration of Aragon as an execution layer client, and also addition to Nimbus as a consensus layer client on the Gnosis Chain. GET also on the road. Our core devs working on to include a GET on Gnosis Chain. And also our current focus is actually core devs. Our current focus is adding to DepNote AI as our new client. And also, I would like to talk about our New Year initiatives, like the New Year, the past year, anyway. We launched the validator, a monthly validator recap for the validators. We share this newsletter every month. This month is preparing now, and I will share on next week. And also, to better understanding to our validators, every 6 months we conduct a survey for validators and stakers. This also helps us to better understanding their needed. We collect all the data, analyze, and sharing the teams, core dev teams, DevOps teams, and the other teams. Includes also comms team. And not everyone is active on social media, and some validators choose to stay away from all the noise, all the cringy contents. We thought about how we can reach them and created a feedback how we can reach them, and we created a feedback and resources form. People can fill the form and to share some thoughts, feedbacks, or resources requests, and we track all the requests, and we help as much as possible. And yeah, FAQs was a big gap, and we complied all the questions you share on the Discord and the various channel. And then we create updated FAQ documents on our docs, gnosischain.com. We also constantly are trying to update on it. It's like a temple of the knowledge. Solo stakers is our super valuable people on our chain. So we offered the discounts on the Dencun tickets this year to rewarding to our solo stakers, like network guardians. And thanks for everyone who participated. The next DevCon will be held on May, so stay tuned for the new campaign. And also, we hired 2 Discord moderator, and they have joined us. I'm super happy to their work and inspired by them, watch their work, and all the amazing contribution to Gnosis DAO. And yeah, what's next year? Of course, not first Gnosis VIP. We have taken charge of the Gnosis VIP program from the builders team and are currently redesigning it post handover. we have infrastructure ready with this modified lighthouse node, fetching data and calculating geolocation. Our DevOps team is providing the infrastructure for the developer environment of the UI. The estimated it will be ready to end of the next week, and then we will take a look copyright, redesigning the branding stuff, and then we have to check the rewarding process. Next one is network health dashboard. We are looking for a blockchain analyst for this because of this is a huge work, not just providing some basic info. And I think the interview is currently going on and is almost conclude. Maybe next week we will announce the new blockchain analyst. Our preparation continue for D49 and the new Grafana dashboards, and also I will keep you updated in the coming months. And next one is deposit UI. The design work for the deposit UI is almost finished. There are additionals from the core devs team, such as safe wallet integration. We plan to complete it by January. Next one is Dencun. Egor will share some updates about the Dencun process on Gnosis Chain, and I will skip right now. And finally, the Shatterize Beacon Chain. This ongoing project involves collaboration between the Nethermind team, Shutter team, and also Gnosis Core Devs team. I would like to share some info about the Shatterize Beacon Chain with a Martin presentation at the Staking Summit. I will share the link, and please check it out. All the development on Shatterize Beacon Chain, Shatterize Gnosis Chain process. Yeah, that's all my side. Thank you for listening to me. Hope you liked my super short summary about the last year. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Arman. That was a great presentation and excited about 2024. It's been a pleasure working with all of you and yeah, having all the validators here and excited to all coordinate and collaborate in 2024 together. So I think next up we have Igor, who's going to talk about Dencun, and we can end it with a short AMA. So go for it, Igor.
Yeah, thank you, John. Hello again. Could I please ask Arman to return the maybe EIP slide for the Dencun, if it's possible? If not, I will just go through the list myself, just to have, yeah. Thank you very much. So I will give you a quick update about the Dencun. As most of the EIPs here are mostly like technical and they are impact how Ethereum virtual machine works under the hood. I will go like super shortly through them and I will give more details for more interesting EIPs, and also I will finish with quick updates that we had for the last month, I would say. So starting from like EIP 1133, it's one of the like very technical and under the hood-ish EIPs. So mostly it impacts how EVM, Ethereum virtual machine works with the storage and how like contracts interacts with each other. So for I would say for user experience and validator experience, you can highlight that it will make some sort of like smart contract more cheap. And then we have like beacon block root, which is 47 and 8. And it's also very technical, and it's necessary for the next stages of Ethereum upgrades, especially for like rollups and some like zero knowledge systems to be able to access beacon block root from the EVM side. And next we have one of interesting EIPs, which I'm going to unwrap more detailed, which is 4844, so-called proto-dunk sharding. And it's very interesting EIP. It's like stepping stone to the true sharding on the Ethereum. So as we know, sharding was planned many years ago initially, and now we're actually
We
doing.
muted some people.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep, we muted
So
him.
yeah, so it was planned before, but now actually we're starting to, and Ethereum starting to making steps to access like full sharding. And this is one of EIPs where we deviate from Ethereum with some like parameters and values. So it will work on our side as on Ethereum side. But yeah, I didn't like unwrap what is it about actually. So this EIP introduces new type of object, which is called blob, and you can treat blob in short term like small bundle of specific data that will be interconnected with the beacon block, and it's mostly rollup oriented change. So it will make like the process of submitting like state changes and data from rollups or any other layer 2s to the layer 1 chain cheaper. And on Gnosis side, we decided to make the count of blocks that can be submitted per one block lower, because first, Gnosis Chain have shorter block times, and it's like the Gnosis Chain is also cheaper than Ethereum, and we are very like care about possible maybe DOS vector that can be created. For example, like somebody can flood the chain with very cheap, a large amount of data, and it will create very high bandwidth on validators. And here we decided to go from the most secure option to the least secure. And also it will be very cheap for us in future to increase the number of blobs per block that you can submit. And also I will provide a link right now. Give me just a second. Yeah, sorry for that. So the link, I'll provide it in call chat. So it's not very technical. I did like small research previously about that. It describes how Gnosis Chain actually go through the high load periods, and it justifies the values that we decided that we picked for the number of blobs per block. Okay, then we have EIP 5656, which is mcopy, and it's also very like technical EIP that just fixes some, I would say, like legacy for EVM. It just like saves a little bit of gas on like some virtual machine operation. So we will like move forward. Other one is self-destruct. It's also like some legacy, I would say, fix, because it just the way to obscure the self-destruct operation that is now persisting on the chain, because like there are no very useful scenarios for the self-destruct, and it will be hard to use self-destruct and have this operation the same way we have it right now on the like future versions of Ethereum. So it's mostly technical. And one more EIP that is not listed here, but most likely will be created in the Dencun is, I will post, let me just get a link. It's EIP 7514, and this one is actually impacts the validator experience because it defines the maximal activation value per epoch. I mean, activation in how many validators can enter the chain per one epoch. And it adds like specific value that will be the upper bound, like on how many validators can actually activate on like this epoch or on the next epoch, etc. So I also done like small research on this because it's very like sensitive EIP, because we don't want to fall into situation. And sorry, I provide the link with the research. It's also not very technical, so you can easily go through it. So it's sensitive situation because we don't want to fall into situation where when like validators, like new validators who want to join the chain will be stuck in the queue. So according to assumption that we have, current value that we decided to pick is not bounds us, so we are not going to have queues even if like current demand on entering Gnosis network will increase even 10 times. So even if demand on like being a validator on Gnosis chain will be the same as it on Ethereum right now, with the current value, we still will be fine and will not have huge queues. So you will have no, or like new validators will have no wait like for the weeks to enter the chain. On the other hand, this is very useful for us. I mean, this bound, upper bound for activations, because it increased the like security consideration that we have. Actually, it bounds like how many validators can enter the chain, and it like prevents the, for example, attacks when like some party is trying to hijack the chain or become unhonest majority, etc. Because on like with current parameters, it might take a very low time compared to Ethereum to activate many validators and prevent chain for finalization or even become a majority on the chain. So it's more about, the CIP is more about security on our side. And if it's interesting for you for Ethereum, for example, it's also about like freezing the economy, because it's not very like currently it's not very healthy situation that very big part of like circulating native tokens like Ethereum are staked on the chain, because we want to have like active economy where like the least part of the tokens are staked for security and the most part are used in some like useful financial applications, etc., etc. And I guess that's all about Dencun EIPs. And now I will give you quick update on what we was doing so far and what we have on hands. So Arman was mentioned about client diversity, and we have news on that. So today I tested the versions of Aragon and Nimbus clients on the depth node. and they gone pretty well. They sync pretty well, etc. And I guess we will add these options for validators to the DAppNode Dapp Store until the end of the year. I hope so, at least, because now it depends mostly on like the DAppNode team, but it's should not be a big deal as everything works great. Also, currently we had huge progress on making Geth execution client available for Gnosis Chain and for Gnosis validators. And we hope finalize on that soon. Also, we worked on monitoring a bit, and also Arman mentioned that we are looking for upgrading and I would say for replacements for the validator dashboard, like public validator dashboard, which is D14N. And also, we're going to increase number of like the publicly available dashboard that shows the chain metrics, validator metrics, etc. For example, we're going to track client diversity, as soon we will have options to actually diversify. And last but not least, I guess I should mention that Nethermind team released a new version of the client on Monday, and be careful with the update because the version is not downgradable. It contains database update. So you will not be able to jump back on previous version, for example. And I guess that's all from my side. Back to you, John.
Cool. Thank you, Igor, for that very informative update. So yeah, look out for more info coming soon in 2024 about Dencun. We'll be publishing a lot of content on the website and across all of our channels. So look out there. And yeah, if there's any questions for Igor or for Arman, feel free to unmute your mic and ask, or you can type the question in the chat and I'll read it for you. Yeah, now's a great time to troubleshoot any issues you might be having with your validator, or if you have any just general questions about Dencun or like the Shutterized Beacon chain. I'm sure there's enough people here who can answer.
I have a quick question. I was wondering, is DVT coming anytime soon to Gnosis? Distributed validator technology?
Okay, I guess that's the question for me. Currently, I have no like such informations, or I have no any tasks related to that in to-do list. But I know that we have a collaboration with one DVT provider. I would call it that way. And I guess I'm not sure about the name. I guess John can help me probably, because I guess the guys from Autonomous or something like that persisted on some of the like previous calls or meetups.
Div-
Go ahead, Arman.
Diva guys considering on the implementing on Gnosis chain, but they are still researching how can they implementing on Gnosis chain. But for sure, anyone can, for example, Obol or any other DVT projects run on Gnosis chain, can run on Gnosis chain, but it
Well,
need to
that's what I
be
thought. Thanks for the information.
configuration. Yeah.
Cool, thank you.
In terms of Autonomous or like any AI projects, I'm not aware of anyone who's building DVT on Gnosis chain from the like AI side, but that sounds super cool. And I'm a big fan of Autonomous, so that'd be great to see. Any other questions? Cool. Well, we're up on the half hour, so I think we'll wrap it up here. Thank you so much, everyone, for making the time. Have a happy New Year, happy holidays. Thanks so much for coming, and we'll see you in the new year. So we'll see you on Chain. Bye bye, everyone.
Thank you guys. Happy New Year and happy holiday.